What's good, everybody? Welcome back to the Winning Bucket. I'm Onin, that's Aaron, that's Mongab, and today we'll be doing our playoff predictions, first round only. The play-in just finished, so it is time to give you our predictions for the play-in, for the playoffs. For the
Playoffs.
playoffs first round, and we'll start off with the first game of the playoffs, and that is the Cavs versus the Raptors. Who do you have winning this, and why?
I have this Cavs versus Raptors game. I have the Cavaliers in six. No, five. Because yes, the Raptors are pesky and also gritty. But it's the Cavaliers. It's James Harden, it's Donovan Mitchell, and the Twin Towers. They don't have any answer for the bigs down below, especially that in the playoffs where everything slows down, where every point matters. I trust that Donovan Mitchell will still shoot 30 shots a game and still carry this team to a victory, minimum of 5 games. And I see that Harden will not be the guy who has to actually score a lot. He can be this backseat to this series. I can see that he can actually relax because the narrative is that Harden gets tired as the rounds go on. So Cavs in five.
I agree with Cavs in five. I was also fluctuating between five or six. But I have to go with five. Donovan Mitchell has played well in playoffs. In the past playoffs, he's always been that guy. But the problem is, it's only up to the second round, and that might be the case this year. Although about this series, I think Cavs in five. Yeah, James Harden has been labeled as a non-playoff performer, but that doesn't mean but he's had some good playoff performances though. Though there are times where he just plays bad in the playoffs, especially when he was the first option, which he's no longer the first option this year, and he's just there to serve as the second option or like a backup scorer whenever he will be needed. The Raptors, it's not a lot of experience though. Aside from like, I don't think of anyone. I know Scotty Barnes has been to the playoffs once. The only guy I could think of who has playoff experience. Brandon Ingram, a little bit. Cavs is already experienced in round one, so I have to go with Cavs in five.
I have the Cavs in six. I expect this to be close games, but same reason. The factor of this one would be the experience because Cavaliers have a lot of experience and the Raptors have little to none. So, and I think if might be correct or not, I think that Emmanuel quickly will be playing hurt because I think he's still injured from his right hamstring, and he has not been the same in April. So I hope that he will be able to play good. But if he's not going to play good, then this will be an easy win for the Cavs. So I have the Cavaliers in six because Donovan Mitchell and James Harden, they will do their thing. And Scotty Barnes and Ingram might possibly steal a game or two. So now let's go on to the second game of the playoffs. And this one might be my favorite series, and that is the Minnesota Timberwolves versus the Denver Nuggets. Whoever wins this one, their path to the playoffs to the championship will be the most difficult path. Who do you have winning this series and why?
I'm going with Nuggets in seven. Yes, this will be a 7 game series. I believe that the Wolves will have put on a fight. We all know that Jokic is the best player in the world. No MVP has to prove that he is the best player in the world currently. And I see that with him carrying the Nuggets on his back. Solid role players, by the way, very solid role players for the Nuggets. I believe that the Wolves will put on a fight, especially Ant Man, Julius Randle, and Rudy Gobert. They will put on their own show. But I believe more in the Nuggets. Why? My X factor. I'm not my X factor. The factor that gonna make the Wolves lose is Randall. 'Cause he's a choker in the playoffs. He's never performed as a
Except the
one-time player.
Lakers series. Yeah, that was the only time I could think of where he played good.
Yeah, exactly. So everybody knows that Randall is not a performer. He's not a riser. He's like Karl Anthony Towns. They disappear when the lights are too bright. So yeah, I have Nikola Jokic carrying the Nuggets to a 7 game series, best of seven, winning game seven.
I agree with Aaron, and I also have to pick Nuggets in 7 games. Nuggets have a much better depth this year compared to the past. Much improved Jamal Murray. Jokic un is unstoppable. Can make an impact with even when off shooting night. Those other guys other than Murray and Jokic. Aaron Gordon who was also improved since the last time they played in a playoff series. Christian Brown with a bigger role. I heard Peyton Watson is out for game one, but Spencer Jones is questionable. They got the another big guy in Valanciunas out there. But yeah, for the Wolves, I think the last time they played, they had Nikhil Alexander Walker and Carl Anthony Towns, who were very what do you call it? Who were very valuable to the team in winning against the Nuggets in 2024. It's a different team now, so both teams are different now compared to the last times they played, and it will be a dogfight. And I think this will be the best first round matchup for this year.
I also have the Nuggets in 7. I think this will be like close. I hope that this will be a close game. It's my favorite series in the playoffs. Like, I would really hope that it will be a close game because these two are both dogs. These two teams are both dogs. So, like, they will battle it till the end, and I really hope that we will get overtime games. We will get Anthony Edwards, Jamal Murray 40-point duels. We'll have Jokic
Uh,
normal triple double with 40, 20, and 10, like normal that Jokic normal game. And then, but I just hope that we will have a lot of good games. But yes, I see this as Nuggets because I think that it's too much that Anthony Edwards could handle. But I think Anthony Edwards has this motivation of winning against this team because he was not allowed to be counted for all NBA and the NBA awards. So I think that's motivation for him to prove that he deserves to be part of those awards. And I just think that Jokic is too much for the Wolves to handle because Gobert can't guard Jokic. You have Jaden McDaniels, but he can't really guard Jokic. He's going to guard Jamal Murray. If Aaron Gordon, that's the X factor in this game. If Aaron Gordon will play well and will shoot threes perfectly, easy win. It might even go 5 or 6. But I have the Nuggets in 7 because I want close games and
good.
good series. So this is my favorite series of the
Yeah.
playoffs.
So I just remembered Aaron Gordon's game winner last year in Game 4 against the
Yeah,
Clippers.
yes, sir.
Yeah, when you
So
said clutch games and Aaron Gordon, and
yes, sir.
that's what I remembered.
Now let's go on to our the third game of the playoffs, and that is the Hawks versus the Knicks. This is the first series without Trey Young. Who do you have winning this and why?
Honestly, I'm going Knicks in 4. Like,
Well,
no
yeah,
disrespect to Nikhil Alexander Walker or Jalen Johnson, Jonathan
interesting.
Kaminga, Ricochet. Your nickname is Rickabum right now, by the way, because you just got benched by another player. And don't at me, that's TikTok. I have no faith in Hawks because the Knicks are here to prove something, especially that they are still frauds in the eyes of the people, so they're not contenders. I have the Knicks winning this in 4. Brunson is a dog. OG, Mikael Bridges. I have no faith in Carl Anthony Towns, but there's 3 players already that you can rely on. Especially those are the players that I can rely on. Especially that this is an easy round. The Hawks will put up a fight, but the fight will not be enough for them to win. So I'm calling this Knicks in 4. Like it's
Mm.
not even a debate of who's gonna win this.
I have to go with Knicks in 6. I think because I know that the Hawks are gonna put on a fight here, and hopefully the games will be close again. Yeah, because they got the only experience they have that I could think of is CJ McCollum and Nikhil Alexander Walker. No one else has a lot of experience there. I think they can take 2 games, maybe maybe a game 2 and it's gonna end up 3-1, but then the Hawks might take game 5 and end up 3-2 going back to Atlanta, and that's when the Knicks win it. But the Knicks just have too much. Brunson is just gonna be as you know, Brunson has played always played well during the playoffs, even back to when he was still in Dallas in his last year there. When Luca got hurt, Brunson put up 41. That's when we knew that Brunson had some potential.
You got
And when he
that
got to
dog
New
in
York, yeah, when he got to New York, he actually became the first option over Julius Randle. Took Julius Randle's place in being the first option, and just has been that guy in the playoffs.
I want to connect this with WWE because in their
Brunson,
promotion for in ESPN, there's this
what happened?
wrestler called Danhausen. who curses people a lot, like curse, so that they will have bad luck.
Right.
He cursed Stephen A. So
Uh-huh.
so that means that means New York might be affected and they might lose. So if I'll do it in entertainment terms, that's the Hawks winning and upsetting the
Alright.
Knicks. But if I go on my analyst point, I'll go with Knicks in 6, and it is because of, again, experience. The Knicks are very, very experienced when it comes to the off season, when it comes to the postseason, because they, what's their run last year or last time? It was a good run for them,
Yeah.
and I think they're still one of the favorites to go out of the East. So I think that this will be like a tough matchup for them, but I don't see them losing the series. So I have the Knicks in 6. And shout out to Nikhil Alexander Walker. I hope that he's going to have a good series, because when he was in Minnesota last year, he had a decent good series as well. So I really hope that he will have a good series, a good playoff run. Jalen Johnson might also blow out and show up. So I'm shouting out to the Hawks to hopefully have a good run. But it is what it is. The Knicks are going to take this one because no one's going to stop Jalen Brunson, even though they have Dyson Daniels on the other side. No one's going to stop Josh Hart. No one's going to stop OG. No one's going to stop Carl Anthony Towns, because Carl Anthony Towns over Onyeka Okongwu. Easy matchup, fried chicken. So I have the Knicks in 6. Let's go
Lakers.
on to the fourth game of the playoffs, the Rockets versus the Lakers. That's our main event for day 1 of the
Right.
playoffs. Who do you have winning this series and why? This will
I'm
factor
already
Luca and Austin Reeves
I'm already
might
crying.
play or not.
Okay.
What's your decision on this one?
If Luca is gonna come back for at least game 3, I'm gonna be realistic. 1 and 2, it's Luca's not gonna come back. Like as much as possible this
Not
year,
expecting him.
and we're not expecting him to come back. Like take as much rest as you need. We expect game 1 to be a Rockets win, game 2 to be a Lakers win. For some reason, that's what LeBron is. Like he loses one game at home. Like that's a LeBron thing.
It's a LeBron thing since
Yeah.
I don't know when, but yeah. Since Miami? Yeah, he's done that a
Yeah.
lot.
Now, I'm gonna know. I don't know for game 4 if Luca comes back for game. I mean game 3. If Luca comes back for game 3, then I'm taking game 3 with the Lakers. And if it's not, then this is the Rockets series. Actually, if Reeves doesn't even come back, like it's hard to come back from a oblique injury. Like that's not easy. So even if Luca comes back, I know it's not gonna be 100% Luca. It's like 60-70% Luca. I am honestly having the Rockets in 6. But if Luca is back and LeBron is playing playoff LeBron, like who's stopping playoff LeBron even at age 41? Lakers in 5. Lakers in 5.
Yeah, the Luca and Austin Reeves injuries taking is a big consideration of this series, and although despite that, the intriguing part here is I know they're in the late stage of their careers. LeBron versus KD, like that's one of those are the guys that we grew up watching when we were kids. So and now they're still in the league. We're all grown ups. They are still there and battling in round one. They played in the finals before like 3 different times, and now they're playing in round one. Yeah, that's the only reason this is intriguing. But if Luca and Austin Reeves were here, it would be a lot more fun and would be favored towards the Lakers. But they ain't here, so and we are not even expecting them to be here. So I don't know if that treatment in Europe is actually going to be effective in helping him come back as early as possible. But I have to go here, Rockets in 6. I know last year's defeat in the playoffs against the Warriors was stunning to them. Also, they don't have Fred VanVleet this year, and they had him last year. And they also don't have Steven Adams, who had a big impact against the Warriors series last year. I know they lost, but he still had made a big impact. Yeah, last year their first option was Alperen Şengün, and now he's still there and providing, and but they got KD. I know that they can take on this matchup against the Lakers since they don't have Luka or Austin Reeves, and I have to go with Rockets in six.
Give the Golden State Warriors. Pay
Huh?
respect to the Warriors because they
Yeah.
just lost the play-in tournament, and I am a Warriors fan. I have this Warriors hat, pristine 2016, 2017 hat. So
Yeah.
you know I'm a real one.
There.
I had this hat when I was watching the Clippers game. You know why? I didn't. It was just there. But when I heard those chanting of Warriors, Warriors, I knew I had to grab the hat and then hold it. I'm like, oh fuck, this is so nostalgic to hear. It's like we're in Oracle again. I'm gonna segue here. I just really witnessed Steph Curry in his prime, like a step back three from
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
wing for the dagger, and then everybody was chanting Warriors. Holy fuck! It's like I was in Oracle all over again. Shout out to the Golden State Warriors. Steve Kerr said he loves them. He doesn't know what's gonna happen next. I fear too that this will be the end, like finally the end of the Steph Curry era in the Golden State Warriors.
Yeah.
It's fun while it lasted. Steph Curry, you're my goat, you're my idol. You showed us one last time that why you are the best point guard of all time. So that's my quick segue. Shout out to the Golden State Warriors. You put up a fight.
We'll go there later because I want to know your thoughts on the play-in because it
Yeah.
has
Yeah.
been an incredible play-in. But let's go back to the Rockets and Lakers. For me, I have the Rockets in five
Mm.
because if I heard that it will take a significant amount of time that Austin Reeves and um Luca will be
Luka.
injured. So it will really hurt the Lakers because who the fuck will you trust in the Lakers aside of LeBron? DeAndre Ayton?
Looking hard.
Luke Kennard?
Rui Hachimura.
No. Jake LaRavia? No. So it is what it
LeBron.
is. I have
Marcus Smart
KD.
even playing? Injured ba siya?
Huh? Who?
Marcus
Kinsa?
Smart. Marcus Smart.
Ay, nabalik na. Nabalik na. Nabalik na.
I
I
haven't
know.
heard of
Hindi
him
na.
in a minute.
Ay,
So
He's back. He's back.
yeah,
Mm.
I have the Rockets winning because it will be the biggest X factor in the series if the Luca and Austin Reeves help. But without them, it will be very much difficult for the Lakers. I might see LeBron taking a game, but taking the series not. And I'm scared because I heard a report or read a report that LeBron does not want to have a farewell tour. So
Mm.
whatever happens, it might be the end after this series. So it is what it is. It will be sad, but
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
is what it is. But yes, I have the Rockets in five. So now let's go
This
on
could.
to day number two, Boston
Ah, no.
and the Sixers.
Sino?
Before that, what are your thoughts about the play-in? Did you enjoy the play-in?
I did enjoy the play and I watched the Hornets versus Miami Heat one. Like I was bored. I was not doing anything. When I saw it was a close game, holy shit, I gotta watch and tune this.
Kobe White.
I was watching the shot where Kobe White hit that fadeaway three from the corner. Holy fuck! I got that dog in him. Then I saw the middle ball
Lamelo.
turnover. He was
Dude, he did it twice.
pressured half court, and then he just passed it to the opponent for the Tyler Hero 3 actually, for the Tyler Hero 3.
And then he fouled him.
Yeah, he fouled him. But he got it back and I got the 2 points. What really amazed me, besides the Kobe White fadeaway, it was the double block that Bridges
Miles
and
Bridges.
Miller did. Like, holy shit! I've never seen peak
Yeah.
athleticism that high from the Hornets.
Hmm.
So it was hype to watch Miami Heat versus Hornets game, and I was really rooting for them to make it to the playoffs.
But they
80 game
didn't.
around, it was yeah.
Yeah.
Come
About the
on.
play-in tournament, it's been a dub ever since it existed. I remember, I think it was the first play-in game is where I don't know. Actually, I don't know, but it was been a while. But I remember when it was started, it was why is this? Why does this? Up to this day, there are still complaints about it. But for me, I love it. It adds more. It gives us like a preview of what playoff basketball is gonna be like. And yeah, it's been a dub for especially for this year, especially the Heat Hornets game. We don't need to talk about the Bam Adebayo and Lamelo Ball uh, incident. We don't need to talk about that. But uh, That game was fun. So was the game after. What was the game after that? I think it was the. No, no. It was the Suns and the Trailblazers, and Suns blew a lead. Jalen Green played good, but and Devin Booker, but then you have the see we and that's another thing we to keep in mind when we talk about the Spurs and Blazers Lakers. Denny Avdia scored 41, and yeah, they beat the Suns, and who eventually became the eighth seed the few days later, and that was a good game too. And yeah, I love. The only bad game was the Magic versus Hornets, which I didn't want the Magic to win, but it's okay. Uh, yeah, success playing tournament for this year.
Yeah, me too. I enjoyed the play in a lot. Like I made a recap video for day one and day two. I planned on making today, but the games were fucking trash. Like,
Boring.
yes, it was boring, so I decided not to make a recap and might possibly do a video after our podcast about what's next. That will be possibly our next convo maybe next week. Like, what's next for these teams that got eliminated? Because we can't do it right now because we have a limited of
We don't know.
time because one guy's going somewhere. So, the play-in was good, like very good. Sixers, Magic, I am happy because the Sixers went in, but I was mad because Orlando was fucking trash, and I was even mad that they went to the eight. They became the eighth seed. So it is what it is. But yeah, I also enjoyed the Suns because Jalen Green was fucking good kanina with Jordan Goodwin and Royce O'Neal who was unstoppable from three.
Yeah,
So yeah,
Colin Gillespie was trash
yeah,
in
but
playing
they
two
still got a
tournament
win because
games.
like Jalen Green was
Yeah,
unstoppable. So
I
yeah,
don't.
the play-in tournament as a whole is so good, is so great. Next, I saw a tweet or read a tweet that said the play-in is better if the Chicago Bulls are not there. So
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
Hell yeah. I agree. Hell yeah.
so it is what it is. So yeah, shout out to the Bulls. I hope that they will become better next season. We will see. But yeah, play in has been perfect and has been great. So we go back to the topic. Sixers versus Celtics. I'll start first. I have the Celtics in six. Because I think if Embiid will play, and I hope he will play, they might steal a game or two at the game or two. So but the Boston Celtics are that good. But I can also see the Sixers stealing this one if Embiid plays well because no one on the Boston Celtics front court, like their center could not guard Embiid even though Embiid is that hurt or like Embiid ain't the same before. So I could see the Sixers taking the series. But honestly, Celtics is better overall. Like they have defensively they're better, offensively they're better. If they can stop Maxi,
experience.
who the fuck is scoring there? You can have Kelly Oubre, Paul George ain't scoring 20 or
V
30.
VJ Edgecomb.
Edgecombe might be, but he won't be. Still too
He got
young,
no
and
experience.
it's
It's a
still
rookie.
still a rookie, and
Yeah,
it might be the I'm thinking that he might be the same with Con Kunipol, who is in this pressure of like
was yeah
was so much pressure that he
first
could not
timer.
produce well. So I have Boston taking this one. Jalen Brown and Jason Tatum will do their work as well as Derek White. And Joe Mazzulla will do a lot of changes and game plan for that one. So, yes, Celtics in six.
Honestly, I have the Celtics in five. This will be an easy game. Embiid
Okay,
is. We all know Embiid's gonna get hurt. Like, it's not a curse. It's not a portion. It's not a. I wish it would happen. It will happen.
it's just
So
bad
knowing that,
luck.
yeah, it's a bad luck. Unfortunately for Embiid, Embiid is not a bad player in any case in the playoffs. It's just he will get hurt. Like that period.
You know,
It's a matter of when or what game it will happen. So once Embiid is down, who else? Like as Onin said, like BJ and Scom, Maxi. Like who else gonna step up for these
PG
76ers?
playoff P.
No. We're way off speed now, bro. Podcast speed. Actually, he hasn't done a podcast in a while, so
Just focus, bro.
credits to him. Yeah, he's locked in. Oh yeah, I have the Celtics in 5. I don't expect Tatum to go crazy like the same way he did last year. Because
A
the
few
games
years
here are
ago, but yeah.
slower. The games here are more focused on ISO. So I think the keys will be going to Brown. I know
For
their
this
situation
series, yeah.
is 1A, 1B, but in this case, it's gonna be Brown 1A, then Tatum 1B. Like that's the situation. And yeah, it's way too easy for the Boston Celtics. No one's a dog here in the 76ers except Maxi and Edgecombe, honestly speaking. Shout out
But I,
to
yeah.
Celtics in 5.
I have Celtics in 6 games. I remember the last time these guys played in the series. That was when Jason Tatum randomly went off in the fourth quarter and scored 51 in Game 7. I don't know if that'll happen again this year because he just came back from an injury and still getting his rhythm back. Although he's slowly getting that rhythm back. That's the reason why I agree with Aaron that this for this series it'll be Jalen Brown as 1A, and they got and there's no one else to step up in the 76 unless PG would show his signs of his younger self coming back, but it's only gonna happen for 1 or 2 games, which I think maybe 2 games, which is why I think they could take 2 games. But I for the Celtics they got uh, firepower that we didn't even know about. So we know about Jalen Brown, we know about Jason Tatum, we didn't know about Baylor Shireman, we didn't know about who am I missing? Hugo Gonzalez or Jordan Walsh. Uh, I believe that those guys are gonna be part of the rotation, and even Luca Garza might be part of the rotation. And Celtics have already a lot of experience. I have Celtics in 6 games.
Let's go on to the second game of day two of the playoffs, and that is the OKC Thunder and the Phoenix Suns. Phoenix advance after beating the Golden State Warriors on the play-in game. Who do you have here and why?
Wait, before I say, I know we will agree on our pick, but go on, yeah. I just know we
Or,
will agree. Yeah,
or, ito na lang. Ito na lang aking i-predict. Ilang plus? Plus 20.
Ah,
yeah.
plus
As
20.
4
sad as it sounds, yeah,
per
I love,
game plus 20. Now, game 1 plus 10. Game 2 plus 10. Game 3
to be a
15.
little closer. They're playing in
Game
Phoenix,
4
so yeah.
game 4 plus 20.
Damn. Yeah, as sad as it sounds, I love Phoenix, but
And you know
yeah.
why I'm saying that? I'm already building it.
Ah,
Sugal.
I'm building.
okay. Yeah,
Sugal.
pusta na.
Sugal on
Yeah,
time.
I might actually do that in like an hour too, because before the Cavs Raptors game, I might start making
Yeah.
my bets
Yeah.
later. If not, if I forget, I'll do it tomorrow. But
Yeah, there's still games
yeah,
tomorrow.
I think we're in agreement. And Thunder and Four is we already know about the firepower of the Thunder. I
Yeah.
know Shea versus Devin Booker would have been a fun matchup if Devin Booker has a better team around him. He's gonna have to carry around Jalen Green, Dylan Brooks, Jordan Goodwin, who was good in last night's game, Royce O'Neal. I don't wanna, I don't want no part of Colin Gillespie playing. Because that man is, I know how good he was in the regular season, and even last year had some signs, but he played so bad in Portland and against Golden State. So I don't want him part of the rotation. Uh, I think Devin Booker might go off for 1 game, but end up losing. And Dylan Brooks is gonna do his usual talk stuff and the mind games part of the game, but it's not gonna be. He's not gonna get into Shea's head. He's not gonna get into Alex Caruso's head. He's not gonna get into J Dub's head. And I have to pick Thunder in 4 games.
Yeah, same. Cause even though you bench Shea, even though you bench J Dub, the fuck you still have Jared McCain there who has been traded to the perfect team. The perfect team. You see Shea, the cameraman. Shea as cameraman for the TikToks of Jared McCain. Ay, bro,
You got
do you have the
that's
MVP as your cameraman?
supporting
So,
all creators, I guess.
Yeah, so the Thunder are unstoppable. They're like I think the favorites to win it all again, back to back, possibly. But we will see. But in this
Yeah.
series, it is what it is. Thunder in four. Next
Yeah,
game,
see, I knew. I
go.
knew we were gonna agree on that, but anyway, go on.
Yeah. I'm not sure if Aaron's
What's
prediction
next?
of every
Uh,
game will be 20 plus lamang ang Thunder, but we will see.
so next after that,
Making it more
Pistons.
difficult for myself.
Yeah, we will see. But
I
next,
know.
third game, another 1 and 8 seed. Magic versus Pistons. This is supposed to be the Charlotte Hornets, but the defense that Orlando Magic played in the last game, the play-in was what the fuck, and Charlotte was trash. So we have now the Magic and Pistons because it's supposed to be fun because the rivalry that we could possibly have with the possibly of that because of the
Future.
rivalry that
Yeah.
the Pistons and the Charlotte have. It
And
is what it
Magic, you
is.
mean?
Yes,
Or
not the
Charlotte? Oh, okay,
Pistons.
Charlotte. Okay,
Charlotte
Charlotte.
and Pistons.
Charlotte. I see. I see. I see.
It was supposed to
Yeah.
happen in the playoffs as
I
well,
know
but
why.
we
Yeah.
didn't see
I
it.
know why.
So,
Yeah, I know why.
who do you have? Magic versus the Pistons.
Yeah, go
So
ahead.
honestly, I only know that Detroit is gonna win this by a lot. So I have Detroit in winning in 5 or 6. No, five.
Five.
Five, five. I
Uh,
have them in five
five.
because you know what's the criticism between Paulo Banquero right now? He cannot score when it's needed to score. So when the brights are too bright, Paulo cannot have his own moment. He takes contested twos, takes threes that are not called for. Yes, he's like Carmelo
Shot
Anthony,
selection
but without better shot selection. He's like Carmelo.
is
Sometimes Paulo forgets that he's 6'10", built like a tank, who is supposed to be like LeBron James, like moving. But yeah, so as long as Paulo cannot find an identity in himself, I have the Detroit Pistons winning in five. Why five? It will shock the world. Magic does that. When the last time they were in the playoffs, they actually shocked people with winning with one game. Um, yeah, I have more faith in Detroit because number one, Cade, number two,
yeah,
Durant. Even if you say, "Oh yeah, but the defense of Orlando Magic is so great," yeah, and the offense of Detroit is better than the
yeah,
defense of Orlando Magic. They have better
yeah.
spacing, better offense. So yeah, I'm having the Detroit in five. This is going to be an easy match.
For me, I have Detroit in 6 games. Actually, the only reason why this series is exciting is because these are two number one picks. But Paulo's, like Aaron said, Paulo's not having the greatest of seasons, and he's having a little he's a bit of a disappointment for this year. Has Yeah, like you said, the shot selection isn't great. Other than Paulo, you have other players. Franz Wagner, who just came back from an injury. Wendell Carter Jr., Jalen Suggs. Another guy to keep in mind of is a guy who played really well against Charlotte was Desmond Bain, and he's gonna be the one to maybe provide a spark for this Magic team to take 1 or 2 games. But the Pistons already we already have already shown what they can be in all season long. So and I'm going with Pistons and
I have Pistons in five. Pistons in five. Pistons in five because
okay,
I think that they will steal one game. Same as what Aaron said, they will steal one game. It is a steal that it is not going to be dominant. It will be just a lucky steal game. So
maybe we're by 1 point.
yeah, it could be like that. It could be like a buzzer beater or like a missed shot from the Pistons. Like it will be just that lucky because I don't think that we will see the same intensity of defense that they done to the Charlotte Hornets in the play-in because they did not have that exact type of defense throughout the whole season. They only did that for this game, which is a do or die, and I don't think that they will do that against the Pistons. Like, no, no. Paulo Banquero's having a bad game. PB no J, that's his nickname because he won't shoot. There's a lot of videos out there wherein he was trying, it was very much open, and he did not decide to shoot. He decided to go for the easy two, but ended in a foul, or is it a turnover? I forgot. But he has been having a bad season. Desmond Bain is the only good thing there. Franz Wagner, once he's there, he gets injured. So like, I don't really see the Magic beating the Pistons, especially with the Pistons being loaded. You have good players off the bench with Dennis Jenkins, Duncan Robinson, who else? I see a Stewart. Like, they're good there. And you cannot stop Cade, you cannot stop Jalen Duran. So easy win. Pistons in 5. We go on to our last game for the first round of the NBA playoffs, and that is the Portland Trail Blazers versus the San Antonio Spurs. Who do you have here and why?
First and four. No one's stopping Wemby. French Kobe Bryant. Like, I'm not even joking. Mentality,
With
work
Brian.
ethic, the love for the game. I'm here to call it first. He has that Mamba mentality, not French. I have expectations for the Spurs to win. They have so much firepower. They have so many guards, so many big men. They have so many scorers off the bench. Like, it's not even funny. That's why they're the number two seed for a reason. And I can see them winning in four. Now, the question is, ilan plus?
Okay.
I'm joking. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I have no faith in Portland Trail Blazers. Name one guy who can stop Wemby.
They, ano,
Oh,
the team.
Donovan
no one.
Klingon. Oh.
Hell no. That dog
No.
ain't too slow.
No.
Robert Williams.
No.
Hell no. That's my take on that series. First
Yeah.
and four.
When Stephon Castle and Donovan Clingan won a college championship in Yukon, who would have thought that they would play their first playoff series against each other in the NBA? But I know there's nothing really clicking. But anyway, I have here Spurs in 5 because I know Denny Avdia might is gonna go off for one game, and like you said about the Magic earlier, they might take one game in just a lucky, maybe just 1 point at the buzzer beater or a missed shot from I don't know who. But I have your Spurs in 5, and the intriguing part here is Wemby. Like he's actually being he's worth the hype since he was drafted. Like all eyes are on him for this series, as you know how good he has been all season long, and I have I'm excited to see what he's gonna be like in the future in his playoff career. And I know he will be a solid playoff performer. He's gonna be known as that in the future. And I I'm interested to see how the other guys will play as well, like Stephon Castle, Dylan Harper, uh, Darren Fox, and they're gonna have to
Harrison
rely
Barnes.
on Harrison. Yeah, I was about to mention him. They're gonna have to rely on his experience, Harrison Barnes,
Even Vassell.
as well as Luke Cornett to win the series. And Portland only has Drew Holiday and Robert Williams. Not a lot of experience from anyone else.
For me, I would also go with Spurs in 5 because
What?
Spurs in 5 because I see Denny Avdiha having like a 40 plus point game
Yeah.
and might steal another one or steal just one. So I can also see that one, but I'm also excited to see because this is the first playoff series of Wemby versus
Yeah.
Scoot.
Oh, Scoot.
We
What
are
do you
not
know?
doing that narrative. We are not doing that narrative.
I was thinking more of Castle versus Klingon,
That's also,
because
but
they
the
were
most
college teammates.
important is we have the one and the two. Ata? Oh, we have the Wemby and the Scoot. This is the
Three.
first.
Number two was Brendan Miller,
Yeah.
but yeah,
No.
1 and 3. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
No,
yeah.
number two was Brendan Miller.
Yeah,
Anyway, go
it
on.
was, yeah, but yeah, Scoot versus Wemby. We'll get to see that one finally in the playoffs. But he won't produce that much, bro. Scoot ain't gonna
No,
produce that
we're not doing
much.
that narrative. That narrative is not
I was a Scoot
real.
fan. I was a Scoot fan, so it is what it is. But yeah, I think Denny will still won. That's why I have Spurs in five, but Spurs is just different, bro. Like what Aaron said, who's stopping Wemby? Donovan Klingan might try to
Drew
because
Holiday.
Drew.
No,
I'm not sure because Stephon.
Too
If
small.
who was going to guard Stephon Castle if Drew is going to one? If you don't, if another one, there's also Darren Fox. So like, who's guarding? They might
it's
go small, but it'll be difficult if they have the Jeremy Grant, Matisse Thybulle, Tumani Kamara. Like it will be difficult
Prob-
for them. So who's stopping Wemby, bro? Who's stopping Wemby? But yes, this will be a good Spurs series, and I hope this will be like a stamp that will say that they are legit contenders for this season. So yeah, I have as well the Spurs in five. Do we still have time, or it's like we don't have time anymore?
Maybe mga 5 minutes siguro. We can
uh,
do 5 more minutes. Yeah,
so
but 5 minutes.
we'll do 5 more minutes. So to continue, what do you think is next for the teams that are eliminated in the play? And let's start off first with the Warriors.
Quick,
Aaron, what do you
really
think
quick.
is next?
you know what when you were yapping on and on it, I was like in Facebook. I was like, the Golden State Warrior official Facebook page posted a thank you so much tribute, like the collage, like they did it. I'm like, what? What do they know that we don't know?
We
So
don't know
yeah,
anything.
yeah, and then Steve Kerr said it's time for a new generation of coaches, new young bloods.
It is because
So
na last year of his contract ata. So yes.
so it's he
Nothing
I
official
am
yet.
I am sure that he's not gonna come back. He is done with Warriors. Like he wants to end it on a note. It wasn't a good note, just a note. So I think Steve Kerr will move on from the Golden State Warriors. And you know why I say that? The Golden State Warriors just posted another picture of Steve Kerr with his trophy and then his achievements, four-time
They already
champion,
know.
blah blah blah, 602 win conference appearances, blah blah blah. And I'm like, damn, we are really moving on from the Steve Kerr era.
Usap na yan sila.
Yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen to Draymond as well because
With Jimmy,
yeah, Jimmy was injured, so we couldn't do anything about it. I just hope Steph Curry stays with the Golden State Warriors. Ride it out like Kobe, like
LeBron. We gonna,
loyal.
gonna he's gonna recruit LeBron.
Yeah, I hope so. So I hope that Curry stays with the Golden State Warriors. Para pina-Kobe ba na
Yeah, been
ride it
a
out.
farewell and yeah,
Farewell, ride it out. Just
just
enjoy
he's
your finally.
he's achieved everything. He got nothing left to prove. As much as he wants to win more, he can't really do anything about it
Why
anymore.
he's the greatest point guard of all time. Like
Yeah,
the influence, the accolades.
yeah, that's the
So
guy grew up. Yeah, that's our childhood. Maybe not childhood, but at least our teenage year.
it's the people that we grew up with.
Hey, come on, what do you think? What's
Huh?
next for the Clippers?
Kawhi, I don't know what's going on with Kawhi. Is he leaving? I'm still never gonna forgive them for what they did to Chris Paul's last season. And interesting to see how Darius Garland and Benedict Mathurin will play on in the future. Kawhi, is he gonna stay or where is he going? Is he going to Miami? Is he going to I don't know where? I just know that Darius Garland is the only one who's safe in there. It's also uncertain of whether Benedict Mathurin will stay or not. If they just let him walk, it might just be the Shea trade again. Remember that Shea trade that I just know that Shea would not be the player he is if he stayed in the Clippers.
I'll be the one to say what's next for the Heat, and then maybe all of us for what's next for Charlotte. For the Heat, you
I
have
see.
to
Yeah.
fucking decide who the fuck do you want to remain for the Miami Heat. Do you want Tyler Hero? Do you want Norman Powell? Norman Powell is a free agent. Tyler Hero still have like 2 years because they won't fucking play together. They won't share the ball.
No,
They're like
no,
7 of 13 in the
because
regular season together. So like
right,
you
there is
have
well,
you have two
yeah,
fucking
uh,
all stars
right,
there. You need to
right.
fucking decide who the fuck do you want to stay. So yeah, that's my take for Miami.
Wait, sorry, go on. Give me a second. I just know that the reason why Norman Powell is an All-Star was because Tyler Hero was out for the beginning of the season. That's why Norman Powell was playing like an All-Star. But yeah,
Yeah,
go
but
ahead.
he's already like fucking good offensively. Like you already know how good
And
of a scorer he is. So like he's like
when Hero
borderline
came
all
back,
star. It's like
When Hero
Budenholzer.
came back,
When Hero came back,
it
he
just
came back to the bench.
that's when yeah.
So like, Miami, you need to fucking decide who the fuck you want to stay. And lastly, for the Charlotte Hornets, what do you think is next for Charlotte?
Trade Lamelo. Honestly, just trade for Lamelo. He
Trade
plays like
him.
he has, yeah, he plays like he has AirPods all the time. He plays like he has AirPods on. Even the play in. He plays like he has AirPods on, pero like naka-on ang transparency so he can still hear the game. So he was a little bit serious with
Wow,
playing.
the foul on Tyler Hero is
Yeah. So
the
yeah. So I
reason.
don't know, maybe he had a bad song that was playing, so that's why he turned over the ball. So I think Lamelo Ball should go.
How about Bridges?
Rumor from the regular season, like where is he gonna go? Is he gonna go somewhere else? What's the future of Hornets? Is their peak just a play-in appearance? Is that it? Because honestly, Brandon Miller and Con are doing better. It's just that Lamelo is not serious enough. Like he doesn't have that dog in him. I keep saying that, but it's true. He plays like he has AirPods on. So trade him or give the keys to somebody else. Honestly,
Conkinapple. They already have Conkinapple, so
my take on Gonganipple, he's like Clay. So he's he doesn't have to take the ball as much as possible. He has to. He can play
yeah,
like Clay, a dominant off ball scorer. So yeah.
yeah.
Cowbon, what do you think?
Okay. Charlotte. Yeah, I don't know. Lamelo has been there for like 5 years. The guys he won Rookie of the Year over Tyrese Halliburton and Anthony Edwards already have a ton of playoff experience, and Lamelo has only been to the play-in tournament. And
Who is James Wiseman? He has a ring.
yes, yeah, right. James White. I forgot about him, but yeah, James Wiseman as well. And Lamelo Ball. I don't know what's going on. Go somewhere else. I don't know where, but get him out of Charlotte to win more games because this Charlotte Hornets, the keys are is already given to Concanipple. And the Lamelo Ball and Miles Bridges era is not a lot of success. So might as well end it. I don't know where Miles Bridges would go, so might as well trade him somewhere else. They also got Musa Diabate, who I think they should not cut. I think he should stay. Brandon Miller, Concanipple, and Musa Diabate are the safe guys here. Lamelo and Miles gone. Get them away. They need. It might be good for them to get some veterans just for some experience. And it
Mm.
would help for the future because hopefully this is their rise. This is the beginning of their rise. Because you know how the Pistons were past few years, and hopefully this is the Hornets' time. I also hope it's not the Sacramento Kings where it's just the one timer.
Nah, it's not gonna be,
Yeah.
bro. Ain't gonna be.
Okay. Good.
I think I might be the only one that will say that Lamelo should stay. I think that they should, like, have or trade some of their assets. Like keep Kobe White. You could trade the John Salon. You could trade others to get a veteran point guard. Cause you don't want Concanupol to have the ball. He's not
Yeah.
a point guard. It's like the Phoenix situation wherein Devin Booker is like playing point guard. So you should not have your star players, especially Brandon Miller, to not be your ball handler. So you could get someone who could be like a veteran point guard or a playmaker, same as what the fucking Orlando Magic should have. Because sometimes the offense is rushed. So, yes, they should have a point guard that could really help them offensively off the bench because you want Lomelo to start as well. Because, like, Kobe White plays shooting guard. He's not supposed to be a playmaker or type of player. He's a shooting guard. So he's the one who scores. So they need to have a point guard that could really back up Lamelo, especially in the playmaking. So yes, I that's my thoughts on this one. That they need to find someone, a veteran for them, and draft well in the draft. Cause like this draft is loaded, is stacked. So draft well for Charlotte. So those are our thoughts on what's next for for the teams that were eliminated in the play-in, and those are our predictions for the first round of the playoffs. We are excited to watch the playoffs because it is time for the postseason, and I think we all think that possibly OKC retains. OKC goes back to back.
Most likely.
I have a dark horse.
What's your dark horse? What's your dark horse?
Cleveland.
Okay, okay,
Yeah.
okay,
Cleveland's my dark horse.
okay, okay.
Uh,
So
yeah.
you have dark horse one?
Mm, not really. I mean, it's not really a dark horse. New York Knicks, but yeah. I don't know if it's a dark horse, but yeah, I would say New York
They're an
Knicks.
underdog.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Knicks.
Knicks, yeah,
Yeah,
pwede. But I think na for me, do you consider the Boston as dark horse?
not really though, because they might be the
They're
favorites.
contender. Like if it's not OKC, it's like them.
I would
Possibly.
take Boston over Detroit though. If they ever play in a series, I'm taking
Yeah, we're
the
taking Boston.
Celtics.
Sabagay.
Yeah,
So yeah, I think I might go with Knicks as well as my dark horse.
yeah.
Cause like I have Thunder, I have Spurs, I have Boston. Possibly I have the Knicks already in the fourth.
Over Denver. All those four teams over Denver.
Oh yeah, possibly. Then I have two already for West. So
And
yeah,
Denver's not a dark horse. Denver's not a dark horse because we know what they're capable of.
yeah, they could shock everyone again because they have the toughest path to the championship, and that is my favorite series to watch: Minnesota and Denver. So those are our predictions. Those are our thoughts. We'll see you possibly soon. Maybe next week we will think of a topic that could possibly talk about with
Mid
the playoff
series, maybe mid series
series.
thoughts.
Yeah, maybe
Hmm.
mid-series thoughts. But we will see. Do you want any shout outs before we leave?
We have a
No,
pop up. By the time this is uploaded, by the way, the pop up's over. But we have a new pop up, April 24 to 26, 3 yards. Chicken Hermanos.
Yes, yes. I'll just pop it here. You could
uh,
visit Aaron and Chicken Hermanos, order from their chicken as well. So, Mon, you have anything to shout out?
no. About this. Shout out to not. I know. The Amazon Prime had a like a 1 second, 1 to 5 second broadcast cut, but shout out to them and as well as to NBC for having to, because it'll be our first time watching them in a playoff series.
Ay, tama di ay no. I watch it on stream. So like I got to experience it on stream. Like
Okay.
what the fuck was that? That was a close game. That was technical difficulties. The fuck was
It
that?
happened again. Like last night, I forget what game it was, but it happened again.
The fuck was
But
that?
yeah,
So yeah,
hopefully that doesn't happen again.
yeah, we hope it
But we're
don't
just gonna
happen
give them.
again.
It's their first time, but not their first season. So we'll just give them.
Yeah,
Hopefully that doesn't happen again. They just learn from their mistakes and we'll just move on. We can forget about that.
yeah. So we see you all soon. I'm Onin. That's Aaron. That's Mongab. We're winning bucket. We'll see you all soon. Peace.
Peace.